Hey people, Fernando doing another video for the channel, and do you know who this woman is? Well, this is Jamie Lopez. Now, if you're not familiar with her and her work, well, let me show you what she's all about. She's about being big, beautiful, and glamorous, I guess.
Today is the opening. This is a plus-size friendly salon.
Okay.
All women deserve to be beautiful and pampered, and they're worth it. So I just want to get that message across to them.
That's the message. You're beautiful just the way you are, big, pampered, glamorous, and yeah, all you have to do is paint your face a little bit and get your nails done. That changes, everything about you.
2 years ago, Jamie Lopez owned a thriving salon for big, beautiful women.
As women, we should be able to get beautiful anywhere. What makes my salon different is that this is a plus-size friendly salon.
Today, Jamie is launching a fabulous new salon next to the Las Vegas Strip. To celebrate the launch of Jamie,
well, you basically get the picture, right?
With an after party in a top Las Vegas club.
Top. It's super glamorous. All of this is glamorous and beautiful. I mean, once you see that hair and those lips and those nails, my God, she is a freaking queen, right? I mean, no kidding. She managed to build a super successful company, millionaire, and there's so many people that are, big like her that have managed to acquire an immense amount of wealth, fame, recognition, millionaires. And we just look at this and say, man, fantastic. And the stories of people like her, like, check this one out.
With just big women that give me a cup of.
You ready for a glam makeover today?
Glam, yeah.
I'm excited. I met Jamie a couple of years ago, and I saw this advertisement for the first plus-size salon, and I was like, no way. There's actually a community out here that deals with just big women, that wants big women. Big women.
It's not big women, it's morbidly obese women. Big women is someone that is big, not morbidly obese. If you're morbidly obese, you're not big. You're fat, morbidly obese, reaching that kind of weight. So, anyway.
I am 6'3", and I weigh about 420 pounds. I was bullied mostly by one particular person. Called me Hippo, Chewbacca. He would say I didn't deserve to live. I looked at myself like the most disgusting and ugly person.
No, this is sad, And the idea here with this video is not to pick on people that have obviously a mental disorder, because this is a mental disorder. When you're trying to fill the void that you have inside for whatever reason, and it's very interesting to look into why is it that people end up like this. Lots of child abuse, awful experiences, things that break a person, and they try to fill that literally with food. There's a lot to be said about that. So I'm not trying to make fun of anyone here, but we have to be honest. You're not doing anyone any favors by lying to them. This is just like telling someone that has anorexia, that's just starving themselves to death, like, you could lose a couple more pounds. Really? Yes, you're a freaking skeleton, but yes, don't need a couple days more. You're fine. You wouldn't think of doing that. Why on earth would you tell then someone like this that you're just big and beautiful and curvy? You're just voluptuous. No, you're sick. You have a disease. You have a mental disorder, and that's a disorder that's causing you to eat yourself to death. But we cannot say that anymore because that is offensive, and that's discrimination, apparently. That's fat phobia, right? Strange that there's no thin phobia, right? That's strange, but fat phobia, apparently, it is a thing.
Today I'm going to Baby Doll to get my first ever full makeover, and then I'm going to the club tonight, and hopefully I can party it up.
I want to look like a totally different person.
Look like a total different person?
Yeah.
There. I've never gone anywhere and said I want to look like a completely different person. I want to, she says that, right? She says, I'm not making stuff up.
I want to look like a totally different person.
Look like a total different person?
Yeah.
You want to look like a totally different person. Man, you can write a book about that. I want to look like a totally different person. Now, these are the people that will try to sell you the bullshit that they're fabulous and fantastic and awesome just the way they are. It's just you that's the problem. You are the problem because you don't understand how sexy this is. You don't understand how fabulous and successful and rich someone like this can be. And they are. They are extremely wealthy, and they have all the promotion that they could possibly want from, editorials such as this one, CNN. All of the mainstream media will try to convince you that this is beautiful. Not only that this is the image of success. I mean, who wouldn't want to be this woman? Well, I will be the first one to raise my hand because this woman is already dead. This woman died at the age of 37, according to CNN, for undisclosed. No information about possible cause of death was shared. Man, what could possibly be the cause of the death of a beautiful, voluptuous, super sexy? I mean, if you look at this and you have a PhD or some basic understanding of human nature, what could possibly be the cause of death, given these beautiful blue legs that she's displaying? If you look around, yes, her heart gave up, as obviously. Now, we don't have to make these, discriminatory assumptions. Let's actually check with an expert like Dr. Kat Posey. Dr. Kat Posey is a fat studies expert. Yeah, that's actually a field. I'm not making stuff up. Let's check with Dr. Posey so as to learn more.
Problems, diabetes. What do you say to that?
I think it does.
Middle of an epidemic, told about obesity. We're in the middle of an epidemic. Extra body weight causes, heart problems, diabetes. What do you say to that?
I think it does definitely fly in the face of what most of us tend to believe and what our common sense maybe even tells us.
I was listening to my common sense like a fool. You listen to your common sense, you're an idiot. You don't have to listen to your common sense. Your common sense is always wrong. We know that. What, basic logic? What about science? Can we have a little bit of science here?
I think that the science isn't actually as clear-cut as we'd like to believe. And there's not really quite a consensus yet about the real relationship between weight and health.
How is the science not clear-cut? Because we get these statistics about how many people die each year of extra weight contributing to things like heart disease and diabetes. So where do you see that the stats aren't correct?
Well, I think in a lot of different ways. So in terms of the stats that you just mentioned about weight attributed to death, quite often what we find is that what studies do is they'll look at people who die, and if anyone is fat in that sample, they'll say, well, they died because of their weight. When, of course, it could have been a range of things, including diseases like you just mentioned.
So this is basically like COVID. You remember when they said that someone died in a car accident, and they tested it, and because he was COVID positive, he died in a car accident, and he was labeled like a COVID death. It is all a sham. They're lying to us. Being fat is not a disease, or being morbidly obese is not a problem. Right. I mean, she was right. I shouldn't have listened to my common sense at all. Right, because if you're like, you get shot and you were morbidly obese, you died why? Because of the morbidly obese body or because of the bullet? Right, now I see. I've been such a fool.
One thing that's really in vogue in the literature right now is we see a lot of articles about what they call the obesity paradox. Research that's finding that obese people and even morbidly obese people have just as good of health, or sometimes even better health, than people who are in the healthy weight ranges.
So you can be morbidly obese and be healthier than a thin, lean person. That's someone that works out and stays in shape and stays within a reasonable body mass index. Being morbidly obese can be even healthier. I mean, now I have to learn more about the fat study science because this is fascinating. As I said, I was not bullshitting. It's called fat studies. Fat studies, acceptance. The fat acceptance movement, also known as fat pride, fat empowerment, and fat activism. Okay, so it's not studies at all. It's all bullshit activism. Anyway, fortunately, we do have a scientist like Kat Posey, American academist specializing in fat studies from 2008 until her death. Death in 2022? She was a senior lecturer at Massey University. What happened? she was probably brought down by the man because she was empowering big women. Let's check that out. Died at the age of 42. She's kind of young to have died at such an age. Death at the age of 42. Pausette died suddenly in her sleep at her home in Palmerston North on 25 March 2022. Her cause of death has not been made public. Man, how is it that a morbidly obese 42-year-old suddenly dies while sleeping? We need like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo to do some, this is a tough nut to crack, right? Man, what could possibly be the cause of death? Yeah, one of those big mysteries. We'll never know. They will hide this. They will hide all of this stuff. They will not tell us. Why is it that these beautiful, voluptuous, super healthy, morbidly obese women are dropping dead like that? Guys, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not at all. I feel nothing but empathy for people that have this disease. The problem I have is not with these people. The problem I have is with these assholes, these publications, the media, the elite that is not only promoting this, they're just driving this through your skull. And people are stupid. Give me enough money and enough time and I will convince the entire world that a shit sandwich actually tastes great. You think I couldn't do that? With enough influence, enough money, enough power? Yes, you can. The first time you say that, people will laugh. The second time you say that, people will laugh some more. But then when I get some celebrities, some, young teenage, idol figures and singers and some of all of these media personalities saying, oh, it actually tastes good, better than expected. No, it's not normal shit. This is special shit from people. It actually tastes great. My shit sandwich worth $100 is worth every single cent. People are that stupid. That's how you end up with people like this woman, right? I don't even know who she is. Just some fat person, plus size, 28-year-old who tried to slim down for years and even considered surgery. Reveals how model Tess Holliday inspired her to love her 300-pound frame and proudly flaunts it in a bikini, right? And there you go. Proudly flaunts this. No one finds this attractive. Anyone that says otherwise is lying. This cannot possibly be attractive for anyone. This is disease. This is sickness. And just telling someone that looks this way that you're fine, you're perfectly fine, you don't need to lose any weight. This is just like telling someone that has anorexia that is about to die of starvation, being a skeleton that barely moves. Oh, you could lose a couple more pounds. You're great. No, you're not a skeleton. You're not starving yourself to death. Now, there's apparently fat phobia. There's not skinny phobia, apparently, right? And I don't know what says over here, and she probably thinks she does look good, given that she was convinced by the same media that is encouraging her to do what? What is she being encouraged to do now? To eat more. Who benefits when you eat 2, 3, 4, 5 times more than you should be eating? Who's benefiting from that when you consume, literally consume, as 4 or 5 persons in one? Who could possibly be benefiting from your empty soul, trying to be filled with not only food, but, a fancy, big-ass, huge-ass bikini. You buy more expensive stuff. You get your nails done. You think she looks good because she has whatever crap she has on her nails and the head and whatever. I don't care if it's $1,000 worth of lipstick, makeup, and $1 million worth of jewelry. This woman will not look any different. But this is really what they want. When you look at it, this is what they really want. When it comes down to it, they don't like looking this way.
I want to look like a totally different person.
I look like a total different person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They want to be a different person. And even though they understand that they want to be a different... How strange is that, right? Because fat is a banned word. It's big, voluptuous, and fabulous, but they want to be another person. You think they look like another person just because they get their hair done with that body looking that way, being as sick as they are? Of course not. But it benefits the elite. It benefits the companies that sell you all of this crap. They profit from you as you eat yourself to death. They profit of you as you try to fill that emptiness buying crap. These are some of the best consumers in the planet, buying, stuff, trying to feel better about themselves. And then when you're about to die, they profit on your ass by keeping you alive for just a little bit longer, selling you this medication that you could have avoided in the first place just by not making them as rich as they are and eating whatever it is that you needed for your body and your kind of lifestyle and activity. Now, this does not only apply to women and men. Somewhat of the same thing. The idea of you trying to be something that's not realistic. Bodybuilder, 29-year-old, looking like a superhero. This is what a man should look like, right? This is what a man should look like. The guy drops dead 29. Why? Because of fucking steroids. Why? Because he wanted to look like Thor. And even Thor doesn't look like Thor. If you listen to some of the things that Liam Hemsworth has to say, how everything in his body hurts, how he cannot really even sustain that. He says it himself. He cannot sustain that past a very small window for a very specific role. And he's a guy that is constantly monitored by experts so as to not push it too far, so as to kill the guy. And still, it takes a huge toll on his health and his body. Right? But this is what men are supposed to look like. This is what beautiful women are supposed to look like now. Of course, it's all bullshit. No one finds this attractive, right? This is all, a big lie that we just nod along. She looks beautiful. She's super voluptuous. Yeah, keep on eating that ice cream, honey. You're looking great. Better every day. No, she's not beautiful and she's not healthy. Because beauty, you can do whatever, you can do better or worse with whatever nature or God gave you. And a lot of that, it's not going to be about how much makeup or what kind of bikini you're wearing. It's going to be about how well you take care of yourself. Basically, for women, that's what it comes down to. Now, the idea that you're looking better because of how fat you look and whatever... Anyway, you get my point, guys. We have to be aware of all of this. This is all just part of the social engineering aspect of survival. The way I see it, this is something that we should be prepared for as well. This is part of the message, the woke cult, the narrative of accepting as normal that which we know it's not. Mental disease, mental disorder, health problems, people that have body... dysphoria, they have a gender dysphoria. They just don't look at themselves in the way in which they really are. They don't see the reflection of a mirror and accept what they're seeing, and they are not happy with that, and they make up their own fantasies, and all of a sudden a man says he's a woman and we all have to nod along. A morbidly obese woman that will probably not reach the age of 35, she says she's beautiful and healthy and we have to nod along. And when some Cat Posey, fat studies experts, tells us that she is healthier. She's healthier being morbidly obese than a healthy person in normal weight, and she drops dead at the age of 32 and in her sleep. We have to pretend this is all normal, and there's nothing wrong with this. This is just the way we are, and we need to re-engineer ourselves and modernize and get with current times. Don't be a boomer, right? No, that's the old version of you that needs to change. It's not logic. We have to avoid listening to common sense, as Dr. Cat Posey. Gone too early, man. Gone too early. Anyway, guys, if you want to prepare for all of this and a lot more, you have my books, Bugging Out and Relocating, Surviving the Economic Collapse, and Street Survival Skills, available in Amazon in the links there below. See you on our next video. Take care.